Good morning, teacher and everyone. Today, my team and I are going to present the chapter summary of our chapter 1. The topic for our group is blended learning, but we focus on the effectiveness of blended learning in higher education. There are 3 members in my team. My name is Denai and Sujit and Saknan. Now take a look at our content. I'm going to present the chapter overview, background to study, and statement of the problem. And Sognan is going to present research objective, research questions, and significance of the study. The last 2 parts will be presented by Sujit. It is definition of key term and chapter summary. Now take a look at our chapter overview. In chapter overview, it highlights all the process from the beginning to the end of the chapter 1. So it includes the overview of entire research study. It also introduces to the readers the background and the context of the study, outlines of the problem statement, and present the research objective in question. Additionally, the chapter also highlights the significance of the study and define the key term that will be utilized throughout the research, and the summary of our chapter is provided. So it provides from all the sub-content in all of our table, table of content. Now take a look at the background to study. In background to study, we focus on 4 main things. The first one, we talk about the uh, general statements, or we can say uh, general situations. Also, it explores the blended learning. Another one, we talk about the existing research that we have found. The last one, we focus on the current research that we are going to do. So education is a key factor that play an important role for human being, not only in Cambodia but it's around the world. If the education sector better, everything will be developed with high quality in it. However, when the COVID-19 happened, it forced a shift from traditional face-to-face learning to an online or blended learning in almost every school in Cambodia, especially higher education. It means at university or college. After that, many research on blended learning has become very popular, especially the research about higher education. For example, some studies have been conducted on the effectiveness of blended learning environment in various contexts, such as in Turkey and Astana IT University. But in our research, we aim to investigate the effectiveness of blended learning, particularly in Cambodian higher education. So let's move to the next slide. This is our statement of the problem. In statement of the problem, we will highlight a few things. The first one, we talk about the topic. The second, we talk about the problem. And we also talk about the research that have been conducted by the previous study that we looked from the literature review. We also give the literature gap, the thing that the previous literature review haven't conducted about. And the last one, we also talk about the importance of the study to the audience. Since COVID-19 happened, it widespread in global education, and many schools have been impacted with an estimated amount about 1.6 million students across 190 countries. And it impacted 94% of the world students population and about 99 in low and middle income country. This is based on the record from United Nations 2020. And this rapid shift from online, from traditional face-to-face to an online, and it lacks of proper infrastructures might have negatively impacted the quality of education and learning outcome for students. So the effectiveness of an online learning can be hindered by limited student-centered interactions and reduced opportunity for collaborative learning. However, all those the there are many studies conducted about blended learning, but a clear understanding of effectiveness of blended learning on Cambodian student achievement compared to face-to-face is currently lacking. Therefore, this study will compare student learning outcome in blended learning courses to those who achieve in traditional face-to-face course at the Department of English at IFL. And by having understood the context of blended learning and its effectiveness, researchers, educators, and stakeholders can design an effective curriculum for schools that can provide quality education to learners through flexible teaching and learning, teaching schedule, and other benefits. Okay, this is all from my part. So I will give the floor to Mr. Soknan. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bong Nai. And now let's go to my parts, which is about research objectives. So in order to complete our research successfully, in our group here, we have three main research objectives. So the first one is to identify the advantages that students obtain from blended learning at the Department of English at IFL. So the second one is about to establish whether there is a significant correlation between the benefits of blended learning and students' performance at Department of English at IFR. And the third one is to investigate a major difference between students' learning outcomes from blended learning and face-to-face learning at Department of English at IFR. So all our objectives here, we have the research side, where is Department of English at IFR where we study nowadays, and also the research objectives. We have three different research objectives as well. And now let's go to next research questions. So research question here it's reversed from the research objective. So in order to find out the research objectives, we have to think of the research questions. So for the first one is, what advantages do students obtain from blended learning at the Department of English IFR? Okay, so this one we just want to know about the advantages that students can get from blended learning at IFR. And the second one is, how do the benefits of blended learning relate to the academic performance of students at Department of English? So this is we want to know the connection or the relation between the benefits of blended learning to the academic performance of students. And the third one is, how do blended learning and face-to-face learning compare in terms of student academic performance at Department of English? So this one here, we just want to, know the comparison. We just want to compare the blended learning and face-to-face. It depends on the academic students, like student academic performance. Okay, we just want to know about that. And the next one is about significance of the study. So who will be have the significance of our study? So there are four stakeholders that can have or can get from get benefits from our study. This is study here. So the first one is school. So some schools are maybe looking forward to optimize these techniques of teaching and develop the quality of education. So when they did our research, they will get some ideas to develop the quality of education by start of teaching or learning by blended learning, and also face-to-face, not just only the traditional way of study. And the second one is they also can develop the policies and practices that can enhance educational outcomes and institutional reputation. So they can enhance the educational outcomes as well when they can understand or can know more. They have a lot of insights of blended learning and face-to-face. And the second one is teachers. So teacher also can have insights into integrating face-to-face instruction and online learning effectively. So in the past, back in the day, we used to study only face-to-face class, and also we just study in physically. But nowadays, the terms of blended learning become more popular, and especially in higher education. So student will get, or teacher will get, can integrate blended learning into their teaching as well. And the next one is teacher also can gain the skills and knowledge to succeed in blended learning environment. So some teachers are not quite good enough for the online class. So when they start to learn about this, they start to read our research, so they will get some ideas to develop their skills and knowledge to succeed in blended learning. And the third one is students. So student here is the first, is like number one who, get the benefits through personalized learning experiences, increase flexibility, and improve learning outcomes. So, before COVID-19, I had no idea about blended learning, but during COVID-19 and after post COVID-19, I have some ideas to, experience learning online and also teaching online. Right, so because of the experience and also flexibility, so we just not just only study in the person only, but now we can study online as well. And the next one is like student also can make higher education more accessible and engaging for diverse student population, right? And the last one is future researchers. So future research here, it means like, so some students or some researchers, they will conduct a similar topic about blended learning, so they can read our research, and then they will get some foundation of the blended learning, and they will get some idea as well for the they can use our research as their citation, something like that. So here are the 4 main groups of people who can get benefits from our research study. And yeah, that's it for my points. And next, I will give the floor to Mo Jian.
Okay, thank you so much, Nan. So right now it is my turn for presentation in the chapter, the definition of key terms. In the section before going through the research study more deeply, the study will provide you some key terms that have been employed in the research study. So we select the 3 key terms. The first key term is blended learning, the second higher education, and last but not least, effectiveness. So let's move to the next slide and see more detail of these key terms. Okay, right now we're talking about the blended learning key terms. According to the Reichard and Smith 2010s, blended learning is the provision of learning opportunities through a combination of several different forms of learning, typically through a combination of technology-based resources and the conventional teacher or book-based learning. Parts of the foreign language source might be provided through a textbook, for example, and the rest of delivered online. Page 58. This is the source that I raised for this definition. Another definition from Graham 2006 defines blended learning as a combination of face-to-face instructions with computer-mediated instructions. I see many research, use the Graham to define the blended learning. And similarly, according to the Garrisons and Ganuga 2004, define blended learning as the short-form integrations of the classroom face-to-face learning experiences with online experiences. Page 96. So this is the source that they are raised and talking about the definition of blended learning. Now move to the next slide talking about the second key terms. So right now talking about the definition of higher education. According to Encyclopedia Britannicas, this is posted online. Higher education is any of various types of the education given in the post-secondary institutions of learning and usually affording at the end of the course of the study a name, degree, diploma, or certificate of higher studies. This is the definition of higher education from the encyclopedias that post in online. Moreover, according to Rebello 2020, higher education refers to the stage of learning that occur at universities, academics, colleges, seminaries, and institutes of the technology. And moreover, definition from the Department of the Foreign Affairs and State, Australian government 2018, in most developing countries, higher education refers to the post-secondary education or tertiary education education where degree, diploma, or certificate is awarded at the end of the study. So the definition is not quite different in the higher education in these three sources. So the next move to the next slide talking about the last key terms. So this is the last key term of our research is effectiveness. The term effectiveness is defined in various contexts depending on the key term effectiveness applied. It means that they use many situations, many contexts that effectiveness use and apply and also define in different as well. So this one we are talking about the effectiveness that relate to the education context. According to the Barasek et al. 2016, they assume that effectiveness can be defined as the degree to which an educational system and its components and stakeholders achieve specific desired goal and effects. So this is the definition about the, effectiveness that come from the Barasek et al. 2016. Sorry if I read the name of the author wrong. So moreover, based on the Gulasio, sorry if it wrong, 2014, effectiveness can be defined as the attitude to fulfill the desired purpose. This is the dictionary that definition from the Gulasio 2014. So this is at all for the definition of term that we have employed in our research. Okay, right now move to chapter summaries. Chapter summary. In the chapter, the reader have got broadly about the first one is the background of the study that mention about the significance of the study and how education transform and the effectiveness of learning in higher educations. And the next is the statement of the problem that mention about the problem study of the previous research and also mention the gap in the research problem. And the next is the talking about the research question and research objective. In this chapter, you see the three research questions and the research objective that are crucial for this research study. And the next is the significance of the study. In the study are significant for school, teachers, student, and researcher or future research. It means that researcher, right? So this is the importance of the study. And finally, the definition key term that I just finished give the definition above. So this is the final or the summary chapter for our research study, especially in this chapter 1 introductions. Okay, thank you. And this is the references that we can see more in our documents. So finally, thank you so much for your time and especially for your watching. Thank you.